even beyond Chris Middleton, because they already knew what was going on with him before they made that Drew Holiday trade. The fact that they made
And they extended him, bro.
they extended him, right? Or whatever. But the fact that Drew Holiday ended up back with Boston, I think that's something that they did not foresee. Like, that's
No,
killing
I
them
thought
right now.
they thought he would be in Portland,
Mm-hmm.
but obviously Drew was able to pull his strings. I think for them it was like they wanted Drew in the West in order to avoid that competition. Now he's in the East. You know, we talk about the Boston Celtics, man. What position aren't they stacked in? So that's obviously one team that they're like, oh fuck, it bit them in the ass.
Correct. But let me ask you a question. Do you think that they would have made the Dame trade had they known that Drew Holiday would end up with their rivals?
No, hell no.
Yeah, like that's
You're better off with
that,
Drew Holiday.
and that's the reason why the Dame trade is a problem.
Yeah, because look, Drew Holiday, he's a borderline all-star to all-star player, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he evens the playing field. Right now, the playing field isn't even, bro.
Yeah, it's even, and not only I wouldn't say it's
It isn't
even.
even.
I would say even though Giannis is a top tier player, I
Yeah.
would say the Boston Celtics, especially with the way Tatum and Jalen Brown's been killing it since post All-Star.
Yeah.
Yo, with them two right now, I would say they have the full advantage, man, because this is the Dame move is just not really. It's actually giving Giannis more work.
He
Sometimes
has to do more
superstars,
work, bro.
yeah, sometimes superstars don't realize you may get the big name guy, but sometimes you might end up doing more work. Like the
Bro, it's
Drew Holiday
all-star
was a
fun,
better
man.
fit for what
It's
they do.
all-star fun.
Yeah.
It's all-star fun. It's they played together in the all-star team. Remember, he drafted him first
Mm-hmm.
that year in the all-star team. It was all about for him. It was like, yo, I want to play with my boy, and you know how it is, man.
Yeah, but right now, like I said, with Jalen Brown, if you look at his numbers, man, I believe I threw the link on the
Yeah,
cloud. If you look at him post All-Star just recently, he's averaging like 29 points a game.
dog, he's living up to that $200 million contract.
Yeah, he's definitely living up to that. And with him cooking like that, it's not necessarily even about his points. It's the fact that he's not doing the Jalen Brown shit. You know, the too much dribbling, the
Yeah,
boneheaded mistakes on the turnovers. It's like he's cutting that down while at the same time increasing his efficiency rate. That's gonna be
bro,
a
I
problem.
I wrote about him, right, dog. His playmaking has really improved because of the way the guys have been. Because now he doesn't have Marcus Smart and those kind of players anymore. He has
Mm-hmm.
guys who can knock down shots. Drew Holiday and Derek White, they're knocking down shots.
Yep. I'm just looking at his last 10-day, man. Like, even his plus minus is crazy. Plus 16, plus 35, plus 9.
Yep.
Man, he hasn't had one negative game. And he's dropping like 41, 27, 27, 37. He's killing it, man. 31. Yo, Jalen
Bro,
Brown. Yo, who's better? Like, at times, yo, it be looking suspect. Like, who's better? Tatum or
bro,
Brown?
it's a 1A, 1B kind of situation, bro, in Boston. And that's a great situation to be in. Bro, it's nothing stopping them from making a finals run. It just depends on Porzingis.
Nah, I don't think it depends on Porzingis. I think it depends on Tatum, man. It depends on Tatum, especially after the last NBA Finals in 2022 with the
Yeah,
Celtics.
I agree with you on that. But the thing with Porzingis, right, is they're gonna go against Nikola Jokic more than likely. You need Porzingis to be locked in the playoffs, and he hasn't shown that much since getting into the playoffs. In Dallas, he admits to himself in the JJ Reddit podcast that he wasn't locked in. So he has to be locked in to guard Jokic 99.9% of the game.
He's gonna have to be locked in, but
Yeah.
everything I'm once again, KP and Drew Holiday are just insurance policies for Tatum. The onus is really on Tatum, man.
Well, I think Derek White's also an insurance policy.
Who?
Derek White.
Derek White also has been killing. That's what I'm saying. But all those guys, just a combination of those three, it's already too much. So at
Yeah.
some point, the onus is gonna be on Tatum. Take the fucking responsibility. And I think he's ready, man. Like, all signs are showing that Tatum might be ready to take that final leap. That final fucking. It's the same way like LeBron, the first year in Miami. You saw them lose in the finals, but you knew it was coming. Like, LeBron needs to take responsibility. He took over in that Boston, was it game
Yeah.
6? Tatum needs to have his LeBron Game 6 in Boston moment.
I mean,
That's what
you get
Tatum
humbled by
needs.
the veteran, man. It's not surprising. It's a case that we saw in 2011 when Dirk Nowitzki and them came to town to Jason Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing happened in 2022 when Steph Curry, Draymond ran into town.
But once Tatum finds that moment, I don't think he's ever gonna
Yeah.
come back. He's just gonna be a problem year in, year out. And Tatum
Yep.
at the same time, he's the leader of his generation by miles. Like
And
he's
he's
the
Boston,
leader.
bro.
Yeah, I'm talking about his generation of players. I'm talking about the
Yeah.
Trey Youngs, the Lukas, the Zions, Ja Morant. You know what I'm saying? Like he's way ahead of them as far as experience. Multiple conference finals. Like
Yep.
he may not be in MVP talks, but when it comes to like his era of players around the same age, he's ahead
Yeah.
of those guys. Even guys like Devin Booker, he's ahead of. Like that's
Yeah,
his era.
100%. But he's been able to develop in a situation with a bunch of veterans. He's blessed with that in that regard. He's very blessed.
Yeah, but he's also had his ups and downs, like in the bubble, getting eliminated by Toronto or Miami, and then losing to Miami last season,
Yeah.
not getting to the finals. Like the man has had his ups and downs. JJ Redick and LeBron spoke about Tatum.
You know, there's a great saying that says the best teacher in life is experience as well. And we look at Tatum, I mean, he's 25 years old. He's 25 years old, and I believe he's been to the conference finals 4 times, been to obviously the NBA finals once. He's 25. I didn't win my first one until I was 28. I think Joker won his first one at 27. I think MJ was 28 as well.
Kobe without Shaq was around
Yeah,
the same
yeah,
age.
yeah. So, you know,
Steph was
yeah, so
same,
like,
yep.
you know, I think we have a, you know, we have a lot of expectations on JT, but he's experienced a lot of winning in his career so far. And obviously, we you know, everyone wants to see him get over the hump, but 4 conference finals in a finals appearance before the age of 26 that's elite. And like you just said, he's continued to grow, and you know, they are in a position where they can make another title run. And like you said, personnel helps. You know, Adam Porzingis and getting Drew for a bag of Lay's potato chips, that helps as well. that helps as well. But you know, JT is definitely the you know, when you go and you start scouting for Boston, he's the number 1 guy for sure.
Now, right there, man, what do you think about that? Especially with the Celtics getting Drew Holiday for nothing. Also, they keep finessing every single time.
Bro, I mean, Brad Stevens is a brilliant GM, but that's one hell of an endorsement, bro, for Jason Tatum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
He showed,
is.
bro.
But it's the reality at the same time. It is the reality.
Yeah.
It's not like
he's able to achieve.
he's
Not many young
overly
players can
praised.
say they can achieve.
Say that again.
Bro, he isn't overly played because people don't like Boston, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. I mean, right? I don't like the Boston Celtics. You're a Knicks fan. I know you don't like the Boston Celtics. But there's no denying talk that Jason Tatum's a generational superstar, dog. And what he's able to accomplish, not many players can say they were able to accomplish.
Facts. But
like, what was his worst playoff run? 2020, where they got eliminated in the first round against the 2021, where they got eliminated against the Brooklyn Nets first round.
Yeah, it was 2021, I believe.
Yeah. Or what is it? The year Kyrie and them, where they barely beat the Pacers and then lost to, I think, the Bucks in 5 games. And
yeah, I believe the Raptors might have eliminated Tatum and Brown from the playoffs.
No, it wasn't the Raptors.
It wasn't the Raptors.
It was the Bucks in 2019. It was when Kyrie had his first season back and Gordon Hayward had his first season back.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So there's not is like the fact is very hard for us to reaccount moments where, you know, he underperformed in the playoffs. It's crazy for a 25-year-old because you and I, we can both talk about, even Nikola Jokic, we can talk about times where he struggled in the playoffs, but we can't talk about that with this guy. I remember Enes Kanter being able to give Jokic a hard time in the playoffs, and that's Enes Kanter, along with you remember Taj Gibson gave him a hard time.
Correct.
And 2018. 2017, he was able to give him a hard time.
Yep, for
around
Taj.
there. For Taj Gibson, yeah, Minnesota Timberwolves, that big game.
But, you know, at the end of the day, he has to elevate. And I believe he's looking. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This season, I mean, I understand a few times the Celtics had trouble with the crunch time minutes against like the T-Wolves. Had a few fuck ups against the Clippers in crunch time and OKC, but other than that, man, Tatum, yo, this is it, man. This is the final destination. This is the beginning of it.
Yep.
If they can't have no blunders where Jimmy Butler eliminates them in the playoffs. And Miami,
Bro, the fact they took him to 3-0 is embarrassing, bro. Forget.
mhm,
That shit was bad.
facts. But overall, man, it's the truth. It's the reality on Jason Tatum, on how he looks like right now. He looks like, you know, he's in prime form. He has the experience. He has the personnel around him. This is it, man. This is the beginning of
He's
them
about
making
to
their
enter his
title
prime.
run.
He's entering his prime.
Yeah, and honestly, because of the new CBA, if it doesn't work out within the next 2 years, it's gonna be hard for the Celtics to keep this roster. It's gonna be very, very
Bro, it's
difficult.
expensive because all 4 of them are getting paid big.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way around it. That's why I like the CBA. You know, it puts pressure on these guys to perform.